All right. Welcome back, Warriors. We're so happy you're here with us today, so we can dive more deeply into the Afeera and all the gameplay and awesome stuff that goes along with it. So, you saw the reveal, you saw the trailer, you heard the lore, you saw the armor. So now let's get into the nitty gritty about how she actually plays and animates, and who better to help us understand all of this than JC and Vanessa. Welcome back to the show, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows who you are, but just, in case, do you want to kind of introduce to the audience, anybody new watching, who you are, what you do
Who doesn't
here?
know GC?
I don't know.
You should know JC.
Go ahead. So I'm team lead game design. I'm responsible for the fight team in general, a lot of other things, but take care of a lot of heroes, balancing, that sort of stuff.
Awesome.
Vanessa.
And I'm the team lead animation, so it's counterpart in the animation team.
Yeah.
Amazing. So the fight, the animation, all the things that put the character into the game, into your hands, so you can play and enjoy. So that's awesome. I'm excited. Let's dive into this.
Yeah.
So first up, one of the first things we always kind of like talk about is
Right, so she's.
can you give us some explanation about what went into this?
I've actually
character,
met
what was your
both of
inspiration, all
those
that stuff. Do you wanna
two
talk a bit
on the
about
right,
that?
Yeah. So as
JC
Stefan
and Vanessa.
mentioned earlier, right?
They're really nice, actually,
One of the
in real life.
concepts that we use for this hero
Had some
was
good
what we
discussions
called
about
carefully. So,
For Honor,
relentless,
as you can guess.
right? So relentless reach in this case does not mean a super long weapon.
Okay.
Doesn't mean like hitting super far away, but it does mean that whenever she wants to reach somebody, she will reach
She's
somebody.
gonna get there.
So that's
Good.
that's like one of the big pillars that we had there. So we really tried to focus around making sure she was like super agile and running around the battlefield. And I think that's super represented in her animations as well.
Yeah, exactly. That was really something inspiring for us because she has to be agile, but with a blunt weapon in a way. So we had to make it like, like she's in control of her weapon, but when she's gonna bonk you, like
Yeah.
she's gonna bonk
It's the word of the day, by the way.
I think so,
love
yeah.
it so much.
Brian
yeah.
did that good.
Yeah, we just get bonk in the chat for everybody. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
And then
I like
the
that
other
word as
aspect
well,
we're really
bonk.
focusing on is
When I played
I
Conk,
like to
it
go, like,
was.
every
I think I
stance
titled my
matters.
video, Let's
So,
Bonk with Conk.
For this hero,
or something.
we're trying something a little bit different.
Sounds
like
like something I'd
sometimes,
say.
you might be used to playing some heroes and, like for Shinobi, for example, right? The side heavy finisher is are undodgeable, the top is unblockable. We tried to go one step further with this hero. So we wanted to make sure that, first of all of our finishers had like kind of different, not necessarily different properties, but like our heavy finishers have different properties definitely depending on which stance you're picking.
Oh, okay.
And her light finishers have superior block, which we'll go into, really help you defend yourself in group fights, but be a little bit more aggressive doing it. So
Nice.
we really tried to have a lot of that picking what stance you're going to be doing kind of really matters, and having a big impact on how you play the character and what choices you make in what situations.
That's interesting, actually, about
Well,
being
I
aggressive
think it's
in
about
group
time we
fights.
show a bit
Because
of
like
that off,
the way of doing
right?
group
So-
fights now is
So
just to
for
kind of
visibility, you're
block
going to
and
see
be
some
defensive.
gameplay on
And
screen. This is JC. If you notice
Make sure
the
you get
other
revenge.
Afeera,
So
this is me as a
that's a
punching
nice
bag.
change.
So I'm just here to take some hits and
Yeah.
JC.
So we're going to start with something that I really want to highlight because it's an amazing part of this hero. It's just the way she changes her stance, right?
Yes.
So you can look at from right to top. Like Vanessa, you want to talk to us a little bit about this?
Yeah, because the stance matter a lot for this character, we really take our time at mocap to design them in a way that they look cool and they flow very well. Like top to right stance, it flows so well that we were like, usually it's pretty linear, the animation that we do, but for
That's
this,
interesting,
this
actually.
character specifically, you have
'Cause
like, if you
her
spam
stance
the change
change
stance, 'cause everybody does
could
that, right?
p-
It kinda
maybe
look
it-
cool, like top to
it could
right,
be like a
kinda
feint in
flowy.
itself.
And yeah, I'm really
Because a lot of
proud
people
the
parry on
changes.
animation
It's
instead of flash.
because it's not really gameplay,
An
but it's part
indicator,
of like
so
everybody see the stances. It's the
That could
the
be that
starting
could be what they're going
point
for.
really to start fighting. So we really want
As well
to
as it
design the
looking
silhouette
cool
and
as well, of course.
The stances
Yeah.
in a good way. To
I
support the
find it
character.
really sells her agility as well.
Yeah,
right? Like
just
the
you're just right
finesse
there, and
yeah.
you know already. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really cool. All right, so we're gonna start with what are her chains openers, right? So she has normally lights, normal. As you can notice, her lights have superior block, so that it helps you really like counter people that are attacking. And she has heavies as well, right? So they always look super good. Here we have front dodge heavy. We have if you want to put yourself into the life there, yeah.
I was just gonna be like, I'm about to die. No.
Just so that yeah, okay.
No, we're back.
We have side dodge heavies as well, right? So again, really good stuff there. We also have a little something that's kind of new that we haven't really done before. We have a neutral bash that's feintable, right? So we have counter rush like this. It's kind of slow, but
There's the bonk.
you can feint it.
We found the bonk.
Yeah, there's a
people.
bonk here, right? So
Okay,
you can
that-
feint it, so it's
That
really
makes
good at mixing up opponents
strong
with
from the
range, having a
like
lot of
straight off the bat.
stuff
I'd say
super interesting. So that works
faintable
really, really well.
bash. That's like a tick
There's
in
other
terms of
specific things. We'll
especially
get
for
into it. Don't go
1v1
with that
fights.
specific bash. So one of the things that's also really interesting is that her light finishers also have superior block, right? You can kind of see it on the indicator there. So again, the idea is when you're in a group fight,
People
when
who
you're
can't
outnumbered,
parry
in a
lights
1v1
might not like
situation,
that.
It's not the best tool.
because even
But
if they
in a
block,
group
they
fight,
can
it's super
still get hit by
interesting,
another
right?
light.
Because there's somebody trying to
But
peel you off, trying to do something, block them.
it opens
hit
you
a
up,
different
it opens
target.
you up.
Super good, really, really interesting stuff.
Nice.
But then when you look at her heavies, so her right stance heavy is unblockable. Her top stance heavy
Can't wait to
is
deflect this.
undodgeable, and her left stance heavy
Maybe.
displaces. So if we
We'll
go
double deflect it.
here,
That's what we've got to go
you
for.
can see that it. Wait, we're gonna do it a little bit
Yeah,
more.
look
Yeah.
closer, look closer.
It's gonna wall splat here, right? And I can get top
the
heavy
wall
off. I
splat.
can get like different things off. So again, we really want her
Ooh, the
to have,
people that
that
didn't like
choice
the
here
Yormon
where
gonna
you have
rework might not
built-in
like that.
mix-up Of I'm gonna do
But
unblockable, doing undodgeable. She also has
it's in
a
there.
dash in her chains that you can do after.
Oh,
any
that's a cool animation.
This super beautiful looking kick. You can do it after dodge, do it after whatever you like. So that's
Yeah,
super
she's
cool
not-
there as well. You
she's
get
not
a lot
like
of those
Warlord.
mix-ups, all that stuff is
She's-
really built in.
She's like
But
a
then you look at
Shinobi
me
slash
and say,
Valk
"Oh, you know
slash
what? This is just like a two-hit
something
chain."
else.
Yeah,
Kinda-
JC, when
yeah.
I look at this, I just see a two-hit chain here.
Yeah, right.
What's up with that?
That's kind of weird, right?
A little bit.
So,
Yeah.
what she can do is that after every single attack in her recovery, similar to what we have with some other heroes, you can do a recovery cancel.
Ooh, okay.
It's not a regular dodge cancel, right? It's a flip that she does. But you can see right now, and what's cool is that I'm doing it like just pressing dodge, right?
It's kind of like Shinobi, I guess.
But you can also do it sideways. And you can do it front as well,
Oh no.
right? So this
That's exactly what I saw when GC's like, oh,
Yeah.
let's have movement. And that's because
Yeah.
the first time we did those transitions, that
Yeah.
was really cool to do. We did the back 1st, and it looked amazing. And we were like, I think at that time we like, oh, we should do it like on different side, because that when we do play session and
Yeah.
we play, and we're like, oh, I wish I can do it on the side as well. So we start allowing it to do it, but the backflip was sliding, so we went back to mocap. I'm like, GC, stop hiding stuff. Like, but it looks so cool, and it's so fun to do it as well. Like when you do it, it's just so satisfying.
Yeah, it's super satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so out of this backflip,
So the flip is
you have
omnidirectional, basically.
bash.
She can do it from
Goes
any
pretty
side,
quick, goes pretty
which
far.
is cool.
Works really, really well. You can also do it off of a side one if you want. You can do it off of a front one. You can do it at any
Oh,
point you want.
that looks good into
Um,
the kick,
So that's super
or the
interesting
knee,
as well.
the knee kick, I should
What's cool
say.
with this is that really using a lot of stuff in like target swapping, deciding what direction you're gonna go in when you flip, when you do things.
Oh yeah, target
really, really
swapping,
helps her move around the
like
battlefield.
doing a cartwheel.
That works really, really well.
and target
The next
swapping,
thing
and
I
then
wanna really
cartwheeling again,
highlight
then kicking
is,
someone.
after any single one of
She's
her
gonna
bashes,
be-
so if they are like,
Yeah, she's
kick
gonna be hard to
knee-based
catch
bashes,
as well, depending on her
or
iframes and stuff. But
this one, you
we don't
get,
know that just yet.
a guaranteed light or a guaranteed heavy finisher that keeps the properties that we have when you're doing them normally, right?
Oh my.
So if I go, it might sound a bit weird to go like this and go, oh, this is unblockable, but still
Three
it works
unblockables.
really well, and it works here. as
Unblockable,
well.
unblockable,
Right,
unblockable.
I can do top, I can
It's
go
gonna take some time to get used to
this
this.
one that displaces
Probably-
again.
Probably looks.
And whenever
It
it's
always
off of
looks more than it
shield-based
is,
bashes,
especially when they're first released.
it's the same logic here, right?
Okay.
And what's really interesting here is, I don't know if you've noticed, and Vanessa can talk about this, right? When I'm doing your heavy finishers normally, they look like this. If I do them after kick, they look completely different, even though they have the same properties. And if I do them after a bash, they also look different,
Yes.
right? So you want to walk us through this?
Yeah, because we designed them to be like you have your shield more in your presence as well. Like when we design, and we wanted to have like variety of animation in just to like let you like guide you through the chain that you want to do. So and for this character specifically, like the shield, yes, she has a shield. She's not the first one to have a shield, but technically the shield is a weapon.
Yeah.
And like in how it's made, it's used as a weapon. So that's why when you bash and maybe do something else with it, but
Yeah.
the shield is really like.
Wonder
a
what her
part,
feats
like,
are gonna be actually.
really part of
Just
the-
thought about that.
and I like the design, like the nook.
For
like
4
Yeah,
versus
the
the
4.
little hook,
Oh, yeah.
like yeah.
Yeah.
And we
Right.
use it in the stance as well, like
Right?
we,
Yeah. If you switch from that side to the other side, there
Yeah.
you see like kind of she pushes the mace out.
yeah. As soon as we saw it in the design, at first we're like, oh my god, we can use that.
Looking at the damage
guard
values,
break
it doesn't
and, like,
actually look like
all
she's
the
doing
moves
too
we're
much
gonna move,
damage.
We're gonna use it, so it was
Like,
we evolved like the whole
she's got
team evolved
18
and
on a
adapted.
heavy.
It was really fun to do.
Yeah.
which
There's
isn't,
even something about
which
that
is lower
character
than
itself, too, right?
the average, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
She kind of punches with
Yeah.
the shield.
I love that animation.
Isolate your
Yeah.
face to
Yeah.
do
Right.
some damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like she
look-
gets it right in the hook.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
It looks
Cool.
super cool.
Nice.
She also has a regular, pretty fast zone
Yeah,
attack.
the animation team have done a really good job
that
on
also
this.
counts as an opener. So you can fix afterwards.
Like, there's no question there.
She has
They've
a
obviously
running attack.
heard about people saying, "Oh, reusing animations and stuff
Again,
like
counts
that."
as an opener. So
And
kinda everything kind of counts as
they've
an opener.
completely
That works really well.
flipped it on its
Cool. I
head.
think, like, even
If
her,
you,
like, the way she runs,
you pardon the pun.
super interesting here. Like I really like the way that that works.
Yeah.
And then there's another little trick. That I'm gonna show people. Right.
Oh, okay.
So,
That stance
like,
switching is.
I was talking about
nice.
relentless reach.
Right. Like
Right.
I'm so far away, right?
Super far.
You can't
hit
get
you, right.
me.
Like I'm gonna
You can't
try to
get
like
me.
hit you with a light or
Safe
whatever I
over
can.
here.
Alright.
I'm safe.
Oh wait, if I try to do that neutral bash,
Yeah.
this is what happens.
Oh, okay.
He runs towards her opponent and then
Oh, there
hits
we
them
go.
with a shield, right? So this is super cool. That's what we mean by
The running
relentless
attacks they
reach.
mentioned. Here we
You run
go.
towards your opponent. Even while you're running, you can move around a little bit. So if your opponent's around a corner, you can kind of.
That's like her unique thing, isn't it? That's going to be her
It's so fun to
her
Oh, yeah,
unique
it's super
ability
cool.
that sets her
You can
aside
feint
from others.
that run at any point during the run, so you can crazy if you want. You can also cancel it.
I can already see the emote spec. Well, this is
You can go like this.
feint spam. That's going to be the next thing.
Go a little bit further out. Yeah, there we go. You cancel with a flip. I can cancel with like a side flip if I want to. I can do like whatever I'd like here. So it's interesting to really have like that sort of control here and really go into running and what I want to do what's going to happen. And we wanted to give her options when she's running so that if there's opponents nearby that try to hit you out of it, you can anticipate it, do a flip, try to avoid them,
Yeah.
feint block, do whatever you'd like. That works super well. It's very, very cool there. And I think her run, like it's a bit similar to, like, we have a Orochi that runs like this a little bit, but it looks so different and the outcome is really strong.
Yeah, because she's looking at you, and she has her shield like in front because she's
Just wanna have a
still,
look at
like,
the moves
she's
here.
tactical, like it's part of her
Yeah.
character. So she's like, she knows where she's going, and like.
Not
let
there's
her-
much there. RB and RT,
Doom
but they
train
might switch
coming
it.
your way right there. So yeah.
She also has superior block dodges, so you can see the shield flashing here
Oh,
on the top. And then you want to do me a
Sure.
top attack?
I would do that.
Right, do it again.
Ah,
And so when you hit guard break, when
That
you
heavy
successfully
animation.
block with this, you get a shield bash.
That
she
that
bugged me
looks
again.
a tricky animation
many
because
bugs.
there's a lot of build up and
That
then
leads
suddenly
to
right at the
those heavy
end,
finishers that are faster as well. It
like
comes from
there's the
shield, so
attack.
you
It's
get
kind of
the
like
shield
Hitsukiri.
barrier.
That's why her heavies are so difficult to deal
So
with
we
because
really want to have like that. a lot
there's
of
so much
cohesion
build up
there,
and then suddenly it
that
attacks.
aspect really like shine through and have this. So that's really cool. You want to show a couple of emotes, maybe?
I mean, sure, if we want to.
What does she not have?
little-
Yeah, she looks like she's got a lot of tools.
That's honestly my favorite one.
A lot of
I'm
tools.
glad I got this character.
Yeah. It looks really
Just
amazing.
styling, just
She's
styling.
not shy, she's showing off her skill, right?
Yeah.
Now Vanessa, from an animation standpoint, and mocap, like, did you actually had the mocap actor
Yeah, you
doing
did that.
handstands?
I mean, we might have cheated a little bit and hold him in place, to be honest. But I mean,
We do what we can.
but with her, I mean, she's flipping a lot. So the guys has to do flipping for like 8 hours stuff.
Yeah, at some point.
It's pretty tiring just to look at them. So I don't even like imagine like just doing them, So
Seems exhausting.
Yeah, we have a little flip of the mace
I should do
here.
that emote and have Shaman, like Shaman's lying on the ground one as well.
Bring out
The
this
one where
little
she like
sphere
pretends to be a
that's
fish.
Cool.
Got some good spam here. I like it.
Yeah.
actually, we when we do
Oh, the
the
emote
animation,
spam.
we
Yeah.
look at the spam. Huh? We look at
Yeah,
how
we-
the
That's
we do,
necessary.
Yeah, we're trying to make them like as cool.
100%.
It doesn't often like come up. Like,
Emote
cool, but when
spam
they do
is-
it, it's satisfying.
Yeah, it's just so
Yeah,
you know.
forget all the
Chad, like, we do
moves, just as
consider
long as she's got a good
emote
emote
in the
spam,
creation of new
Complete.
emotions.
She'll be a class as a good character
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
so we went to mocap with this. A lot of new animations, a lot of
Yes.
variety. I really like the way that she's fluid, how she moves, how she their stances, the attacks look really cool.
'Cause she has a lot of attack, but it means a lot of transition as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is always the not the bane of my existence, but every time JC came to my desk and like, yeah, we might want to add something or change.
The
something.
feint from the shield bash looks really quick, actually.
Yeah.
Like, really
But we
quick
adapt and we
to
try
go into
find
that
the best,
cartwheel.
we got to do. But
Yeah, exactly.
And then I go see her and go, this needs to be 400 ms.
Oh
and
my
it was
god.
fixed.
Oh my god, yes. We'll see later with the feet, but yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. All right. So let's go have a quick look at the feats. Vanessa, you want to talk to us a little bit more about like?
Do you
Oh,
wanna
here
do
we go
it
with the
session
feats.
or no,
We're gonna do
or-
the feats afterwards.
Oh,
For
okay.
all you 4
So
versus
if
4
you wanna
players,
just, like, talk a
Dominion
little bit about
players.
more, like, the process that you guys have
This is
for
some
when you
an
do
important
mocap and, like,
part.
design for the
Could be
animation.
a game
exactly.
changer.
So the first time we go to mocap, because we go to mocap often to adapt to the design of because it evolves obviously, and we the first time we go we do navigation first, really to show the personality of a character. We always do them the navigation because it represents the core personality, like with the idol breaker. When you wait a little bit longer, you're gonna see her like personality show through, and yeah, so we do like basic, like opener, finisher, like those basic attack. Because at that point, it's so early in the process that sometimes it's not even fleshed out yet how like it's gonna evolve, like the
Yeah.
transition, like we were saying, like she's gonna move that way or that way. So we have to go back to adapt and adjust the timing and all the transition and everything. So obviously all the execution for every character, it's
For
always
sure.
like that. But execution, emote, podium, it's all mocap.
Yeah.
And yeah, but we have to think in advance, like with all the concept. We give the concept to the.
To be honest, from what I've
character
seen,
inspired,
she
we
looks
give
like she
the
could be a
backstory
strong
as well.
character for 4 versus 4,
Our
even if her
mocap guys
feats are kind of mediocre.
Absolutely amazing.
Crazy good.
So
Yeah.
if her feats
Yeah,
are
if
good
you-
as well,
And again, like I've seen the list, people. Like
Then
I've seen the list of animation.
could
like
be
everything
some
they have
interesting
Yeah,
discussion.
They go through. It's
Had.
insane.
Yeah.
let's say.
Those poor actors like just running for hours.
Yeah, when they do the run, because the run is pretty low, and
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
I think
Oh, yeah,
we
that
did
was
some,
rough. Yeah,
we
yeah.
did some take when he was just lying on the like he was leaning on the
Yeah.
on a like couch thingy, and he was just trying to run because she's so low, then it's hard to mocap. So obviously, the animators, as soon as they get the data, they can adjust it to make it like natural in a way and to make it feel good. And there's a lot of camera work as well that we have to adjust to make it feel good as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
That's super cool. All right, so let's have a quick look at feats. We finished our little setup here. So just to note, feat cooldowns, we're in Dominion. The feat cooldowns are set to fast, so don't rely on this for
Looks
feat
like
cooldowns.
unique feats
But
already
that's what it is. So-
by
so we have
the
4 feats.
logos they've got for them.
The first one is a nice little kick like this, grabs and throws, right? This is 500 ms from
Interesting.
neutral, not a lot of range, but still very, very, very strong. Really hard to react to.
I'm assuming
And
it's
it looks
dodgeable. Yeah,
absolutely
hard to
amazing.
react to.
I'll do
yeah.
it, yeah, I'll
If
do
that
it.
was undodgeable, that would be
Right? So
that would,
I
yeah,
love
a lot of
that
what
would
we
It,
did
be
it was so
insane.
impressive to see that live. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like
20
the
damage
like
attack as well.
Our actor did that for like in
It's
front
like
of us.
free
And we were
free
like,
heavy
Just straight
kind
up.
of.
Okay, cut. I think we got it. It was so cool to. and at
Obviously, the
channel,
knockdown
it's
means
just
that
really
other
amazing
people
to
can
do it.
gank
Obviously, they
and
don't
get
do
free
it in
damage as
how
well,
many
so
minutes is it?
It's
It's
just like
500
an
minutes.
insta
Yeah.
gank. It looks
They
like
don't do it in 500 minutes. They do it like they don't want to hurt themselves, obviously. So,
Obviously, yeah.
that's when
Animation,
we,
of
like,
course.
have to adjust
Looks
it
pretty
and
cool.
to make it like readable. And
if you
understandable. It has
do
to
that
to
feat
fit with
whilst
the-
you're doing all the cartwheels and everything else.
We're
so
like-
cool.
People are
A
going
lot
to be
of- a lot
so
of people
messed
on
up
the
with
deck,
all your
big fans
moves,
of
like
wrestling and stuff, and we're really trying to
reaction-wise.
get a little bit of that agility
How
there,
did you
right?
know
it's
that?
gonna be
I mean,
difficult.
yes, yes.
Right? But
fun.
it's I find it super interesting that we have like a lot more agility in what she's doing
Yeah.
and her moves, and it like I'll do it again.
I'd love to see her do that on Shigoki.
Grab it.
But it reflects
That's the
character.
character.
She's
I wanna
agile
see her
and
do that
She's
one.
really tactical. She knows exactly where to put her
Or
body.
Lawbringer, or someone,
Exactly.
one of the bigger characters.
So feat 2 is a defensive feat. So feat 2 is whenever you land a bash, you gain a defense buff for a few seconds. So you can see on the shoulders here how it lasts. So you get a little bit of defense. So again, she lands a lot of bashes. A lot of her kit is centered around bashes. So we wanted to make sure to give her like a bit more of reward when she does perform her bashes, and it gives her a bit more safety in group fights as well. So that's super interesting.
And I noticed the green glow also came off of the first feat too. So,
Yeah,
so that
exactly
counts.
right.
That
So,
also counts.
so feat 1 counts as a bash. Feat 3 also counts as a bash.
Oh.
Now. So feat 3, I'm gonna do it from far away because we can do it a little bit from further away. So feat 3 is another part
Can
of
she
her
ledge with that move? That's a good question. I'd
when
assume
you
maybe
pop
not,
it-
based on the animation.
Run towards your opponent, kick them, throw them to the floor, and then you get a guaranteed heavy effort. I didn't land it, obviously, because I'm not good. But that's the whole point here, right? So, and then when she does it too, Nolan's going to be able to do
I
it for
will,
me.
I will
And
do
have
I'm
a
gonna
look at
mash
her.
heavy, I'm gonna
Yeah,
mash
and
heavy.
do her. Look at her guard indicators. you see that she had full block during the entire duration of that run. And so when you're point blank, you can actually react to some attacks with it, block them as you're doing the feat, and grab your opponent and do that. It's really, really good. It should be good for ganking setups. You can do a lot of different things with it, so that's super, super interesting.
The fun story with that one was we did
So
the
full
first
block
feat
on the
first,
run
like, a
means
mocap,
that
put it in a game.
I
tried
guess
it, and
characters that
like,
have got
so cool,
unblockable
so cool.
attacks,
And,
like maybe
I don't know if you
Zanhu,
or Stefan, I don't remember,
they're going to be
like,
the only ones that are going to have an
another
easier
one? Like,
time stopping her from
okay, let's go.
just,
to
like,
mocap.
running
Let's do
through
another one.
groups
and we
of
did
enemies.
Another one. Like one of them, I think moved forward, the other one moved back.
Yeah.
The
So
opponent.
when one of them hits, like you
placement, yeah.
push your opponent backwards from you, and then the other one keeps your opponent in front of you. So really, I have that kind of like change there.
And I think it was that. I think it's the third one that at first was. I think the data was like 3,000 ms.
Oh, yeah, it
something
was
really long.
slow.
Because
Took a little
it's
bit.
kind of long to do, and GC was like,
Yeah, she's a
like,
WWE
I
hero.
think at first it was like super fast, and I'm
That's
like,
that was the working
give
name.
me a little bit
maybe.
of
Yeah, you know, a little bit of a thing, but
because it's so hard. Cause it's always like it's part of our job really to make it work. It has to look good, but it has to make sense in gameplay as well. Because that's we deserve like with deserving gameplay through the animation. It
Yeah.
has to
Yeah,
make
a lot of
sense
grapple
and
feats. Looks
balance as
like
well.
Yeah.
So it's really like
once she gets hold of
support
you,
each other and
then
something cool.
okay,
You're
and
gonna have
now
a
I'm show
nasty
off
time.
The last feat, which is feat 4, we can't show it off
To its full
to
extent.
its full extent.
Yeah.
But basically, she throws her shield. When it hits the opponent, leaves them with a defense debuff, as you can see right now. The trick with this is that it deals damage, debuffs defense, and it bounces around targets. Kind of like similar to what Pirate has with her
Ooh.
third feat.
At the ricochet.
Yeah,
thing
the
going.
ricochet,
Yep.
right?
Nice.
So it kind of bounces around, debuffs everybody it hits, deals damage to everybody it hits. Super cool looking. Everybody like that. I think that was the first feat that we had in, and we're like, yeah, guaranteed this is it.
Oh.
Yeah. Like,
that doesn't seem too overpowered.
I'm gonna throw
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Bouncy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
So-
Only
like an
30
awesome
damage
assist.
as well.
Yeah. So, right, that's it for feats.
Unless you throw that and then someone throws like a fire flask or something, or a fury flask,
You're
then
gonna. Thank you for gently killing.
maybe that's
Sure.
like,
Yeah, just-
in terms of combination of feats, maybe
So
that's
we have
best used
this
with other feats. But yeah, the fourth feat doesn't look too bad to me.
Now-
showing off the agility there, super,
You know what
super
she's
well.
doing, right?
Yeah.
I'll wake up. It's okay, and I'm okay.
All right, you're okay.
And I'm okay.
Special developer powers. All right, so I'm gonna
Do the other one.
the other one.
Oh, so many bonks.
So many bonks. Right, so again, like really showing off a lot of this agility.
Yeah.
I think I have the other ones equipped up to me as well. I'm not,
Yeah, I think I have all of them.
I should have all of them. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, this one's cool.
Oh, so good.
A lot of inspiration.
Using the shield.
Yeah,
as
that's
well,
it. Like
yeah.
really using the shield to control your opponent.
It's so cohesive.
Yeah. And finally,
If you're really good with this character, you can just walk all over people, it looks like.
it happens this live, you know. This is what happens.
Bonk.
Damn.
Oh,
She's a bonking
Slagging
hero.
on me.
She's a
Swag on.
bonking good hero.
Nice.
Right, so
Oh, and she
We-
kicks it up.
yeah, she
Very
picks it up.
flashy.
Like just that little part there.
Flashy
is amazing.
Flipping
Executions.
over your body.
Yeah.
Like to see it.
So that's pretty much it in terms of fight kit and feats, emotes, executions, all sorts of good stuff. So yeah, I think Nolan.